Guys, there's no telling 1 minute from the next what's going to come up out of my mouth. And like I said, like these videos, share the videos, like the page, share the page. You know, this page is for all my fans and the people that like what I do and like watching what we do, and for me to be amused. And boy, do some of you guys amuse me. I'm not going to lie. But this video, I want to show you guys what we're doing and what we've been doing. And a lot of you already know, but in case you're new, let me show you the little gold car. So this is the car that I had the big block nitrous motor in that caught on fire. Battery charger kicked off, blew the doors out on my shop, about fucking took my ass out. And that's the motor out of the Chevy 2. 440-inch LS motor, got an LSR concept block in it, K1 rotating assembly, Wiseco pistons, CNC ported LS 7-cylinder heads, CDI intake. Of course, my boy Nitrous Outlet, Dave Vassar. When I decided to put the LS in this car, the reason I decided to put the LS in this car is LS Fest is coming out. As you guys know, I'm a big Holley guy, believe in Holley, run Holley on everything, use every product pretty much that they make. And they own so many companies that you pretty much get anything you want. You can build an entire car out of the Holley catalog. So, but this video more than anything is a shout out to the two guys that's been helping me, Chris Redding and John Cisney. Now, John has a shop called Rusty Dreams, and Chris has started a shop called Craig's Creations. Both these guys are, they're great guys. I mean, they're just great people. But at the same time, they both have a passion for this shit. They love doing it. They don't have the opportunity to work on cars like I do all the time. So when in starting their shops, I also wanted to build a reputation for doing some cool shit. So this car, Chris has been working on, Chris Redding. And guys, I threw him under the bus on this deal. I mean, I brought him in here, showed him the motor. We stabbed the motor down in the frame, and pretty much I let him just go with it. I came down the other morning, about 1 o'clock in the morning, built the charge pipe and stuff for it. But for the most part, Chris been doing this car all on his own. And he's been doing a great job, guys. He really has. I mean, for not doing this stuff before, I see now that he's got the skill set to be really good and really successful in what he's doing here. Both these guys want to come down here and they came to help me out, to get me out of a bind, because I got so much shit going on. As you guys know, my ADHD kicks in and fucks me off sometimes because I get too much shit going and I don't get anything finished because something will happen and something will distract me, and I got to go work on the no prep car. So I've been pretty much just leaving these guys alone and letting them fucking rock and roll with this shit. Chris has got this car really close. Hopefully we'll fire it today and then get it on the dyno. And I plan on taking it to test when I test the red car. But that's a little gold 68 Camaro with the Pro Chargers, the Pro Charged LS motor in it. Turbo 400, of course, got a Marty Chance converter, but Wendell Motorsports, or Mr. Wendell Motorsports, built the transmission. We threw a gear vendors in it. Car's got 308 12 bolt and a gear vendors. She ought to be a cruiser. And we plan on driving these cars down to LS Fest. Then, so when Chris is telling me he's wanting to paint a car, he's got my little 72 GMC 60-something thousand mile truck over there that was a long bed, shortened it. He's repainting the truck, and he wanted to show me what he could do, and that little truck wasn't ready. I've had this car ready for paint for, shit, a year and a half, 2 years. And I told him, hell, let's just roll it up in there and spray it. And it's dusty and dirty right now, but you guys have seen this car. Fucking paint came out badass on it. John's been working on this one. Went over to storage, had some tubular A-arms and a disc brake conversion that's just been sitting in the back of my other 55. And there's the old school wheels that were on it. I wanted to update it, put something a little nicer, a little more modern on it. So it's 20 by 10 black chrome Corey wheels on the back and 18/8 on the front. But put that wide tire under it, we had to do a little, what they call a tuck kit. When you tuck the leaf springs and you put them up underneath the frame itself to inboard the leaf springs. You got plenty of wheel well. You just hit the leaf springs because the leaf springs are on the outside of the frame. So John's notched the frame back, threw the kit in it. Chris gave him a hand with this. That's the other thing about these guys. If one of them gets in a bind, the other one jumps over there and they just knock it out real quick together. One of the biggest downfalls of this car to me, I mean, it's got an LS3, it's got a Dakota digital dash, vintage air. We just painted the car, it's got all new paint. Kind of old school interior, but it's all new. It's nice. But one thing that I didn't like about it was the fact it's an LS3, which is a 58 reluctor wheel. And somebody in their infinite wisdom put that in there. 24X. So the only way you can do that, you got to use this conversion box. Those conversion boxes are not a good idea. They're really not. And even though it had an LS in it, we're going to LS Fest, so the car fit into LS Fest. I mean, guys, we're going to have a little place set up over by the Holly booth with me and some of my friends, and some of the other guys are all coming down. But we decided, since we're going to be at LS Fest at Holly, let's just throw a Terminator X Max in it. Now, I literally set the Terminator X Max right where I just set that tail light, the tail light bezel we got. And John comes in yesterday. I'd already been down here and talked to Chris and told him, hey, let's try to get these wrapped up this week till we go test drive them. Like I said, we plan on driving them down there. And Stacy's car, and I've been over trying to knock Stacy's car out. And actually, they're fucking doing better than I am. Because I got hung up on the MPK car for the last day or two. But John come down here and just knocked it out. I mean, stripped all the shit out. You guys have seen this thing under the hood before. And it cleaned everything up. It looks really fucking nice, clean. And now we can tune it, throw the little handheld in it, cruise this bitch down the road. There's the rear end. We're going to cut the perches off of it today and slide them over. And this baby's ready to hit the ground. And we might, just for shits and giggles, throw this thing on the dyno just to do a little fine tuning on it, do a little drivability tuning. And that way we can show everybody what a dyno's actually intended for, which is for tuning, not for making horsepower numbers. So I just want to shout out to them guys. And you guys go to their page and like their page. Go to the Out of Time Motorsports page and like it. Because these guys are, they committed to doing this with me for a couple years. That's why we've opened the shop back up. But they've still got their own shops that they want to open. Rusty Dreams and Crazy Creations. Go check them out, guys. You're going to see a lot of these guys down here with me. And I can't say enough good about it. They're so driven and wound up and passionate about doing this stuff that they haven't normally got to do in their lives. And it's starting to kick me in the ass and make me fucking like doing this shit more. Because I stay so wound up all the time and got so many irons in the fire. Like I told Stacy, I can juggle 15 balls at once, but don't ask me to hand you a wrench because I'm going to drop everything. And these guys are a huge help. They've been a huge help to me. I threw Chris to the test and kicked him off in the deep water. He swam right out. John yesterday, impressed as hell. I mean, he jumped out there, put that Terminator X in that car, just bam, knocked it out. So, guys, go check out their page. You're updated on what we're doing. Like these videos, share these videos, like the page. Go to the Out of Time Motorsports page. Stacy's been slinging some parts. She's sending quotes, and people are sending right back, send it. So we're saving people some money. Stacy's making a little toenail polish money. So it's going to be a great deal. This shop's going to be a great deal. We got some really cool projects we're working on, and some of them I can't show you because they don't want it out, but stay tuned, guys. We got a lot of cool shit going on. We're going to be doing some testing on the MPK car hopefully this week. We'll see how everything turns out. I know it made weight, and that made me very happy, guys. Me and my brothers together, we built one of the lightest no-prep cars that's ever been built. And I didn't do it with fancy high-dollar stuff. I did it by using my brain. And that's a part of hot rodding that's getting forgot nowadays. Used to be the guy that was the smartest was the one that won. Now, most generally, it's the guy with the most money. But that's why we're doing some of these low-budget builds to show you guys you don't have to have a lot of money. Just got to use that fucking thing that sits on top of your shoulders for something besides a hat rack.